do wish that these little fuel pots, start that again. Jupiter's going to be somewhere up there. That was a stupid idea. Why did I go through the grass to get to the river? Oh, there's no pissing around. Oh. I do wish those little transient bottles, you could see how much was left, because they're quite weighty, and that means it's quite difficult to figure out how much you got in there. I reckon I've got about a third in there. Trouble is, they're solid, so they're made that way, so they don't leak fuel everywhere. So you get what you get. Every time I use this, I think, oh, I must take that plastic off. I think I'll sort it, can't be asked. Goody bag. Got to be hot chocolate. I seem to have been particularly useless with the quantity of sugar I brought with me today. I put some extras in my bag, but for some reason I just didn't pack them with the rest of the coffee and things. Not sure why I did that. I'm trying to sort of keep things light, you know. So whereas I've got a big pack of coffees and sugars and all sorts of stuff at home, I try and not bring it all. I can do if I'm car camping, you know, as in I'm near the car, but although this is, some would say, near the car, it ain't near the car. Not to me. And so the idea is keep things down. Only take what you need. I'm still overpacked, I can tell. Not by much though. Not by much. Extra spoons. After a while, sitting on the ground isn't quite so much fun anymore. Anyhow, these must. You can see a kite circling on the thermals up at Penny Fan. I would turn the camera around, but it's way too far away for this camera to pick up. Same as I think I can see the tents. I think. Pretty sure. Slightly rounded object in a reasonably flat and jagged profile, so I'm going to call that a tent. There might be quite a few up that way as well. I suppose if you were going to expend that level of energy to get to the top of that ridge, you'd stay up there, wouldn't you, overnight? But that's catch-22, because you've got to take the gear. Maybe there's a different way, a less zigzaggy, vertical way. I can't imagine going up there. Absolutely mad. Temperature's dropping now that the sun's down behind the mountain. Oh. We seem to have a lost lamb. Complaining that he's left behind by the looks of it. Not sure quite where the rest of the sheep disappeared to. There was quite a few. Maybe they're just hunkered down in the scrub. Well, I can see a few are asleep in the long grass. That was a nightmare. That was a stupid idea. Why did I go through the grass to get to the river? Still. All part of the adventure. I need to get my phone back out in a minute, although I've got 0 signal. Hopefully it should be able to show me roughly where the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy is going to appear tonight, or where the best stars are likely to show. Certainly got plenty of sky to look at. I can point it over this way, I can point it straight over the top of Pennyman. There's definitely a tent there. Sorry. Or we can go that direction. I just need to know for the night lapse, because I'm thinking it's going to be pretty spectacular if I can get the direction correct. Well, got absolutely no signal here. Not even enough of a signal for a location lock, so I can't use my Stellaria map that tells me where things are going to be. Other than I know that Jupiter's going to be somewhere up there. Anyway, so we'll point the time lapse up at Pennyfan. The sunrise is going to be behind us here, up and over, I think. And hopefully the fact that I've got another mountain here means that even when the sun does come up, I should get another maybe hour before it ruins the night lapse. Maybe. Who knows? I'm not being funny, but you know, they could have changed the orientation of things. It would have been nice to have the sunrise through the valley there, up over the top of the dam wall, and then the sunset down that end, but you know, can't get the stuff. So quiet here. Well, hopefully we won't get any sheepy type visitors overnight, or any other sort of visitors, to be honest. I'm thinking the weather feels great. We're not in for any rain. There's no clouds. There's no wind. Barely. And if it stays like this overnight, it's going to be very peaceful. Very, very nice. I have all my comforts. The fox is fine for this. Yeah, it's fine for this. It's a little heavy. It's a little bulky. but it's the smallest of the tents that I do own. Probably. Yeah, it is at the moment. So it's probably the Fox 2. Then it'll be the teepee tent, which I think is a one tigress one. I can't remember now. I think so. The teepee tent, not the it's not the hot tent version, but one with the huge ventilation down the back. Yeah, it's one tigress. The old Bango Tempest, that's retired. I can't trust that. It's too small to get into. It's no longer waterproof. The bathtub floor, definitely not waterproof. And even though I reproofed it, it really didn't last long. The Amiga 250, the bigger version, that's fine, that's still going. And then obviously the premium wall tent. Another beautiful day. Nice. I haven't actually shown you where I took the tent up, so I'll do that now. Just enough space for the one-man tent. Nice and flat. No problem at all there. Good comfortable night's sleep. So yes, it's a little bit of an angle. That's everything on a small tripod at the moment. There's quite any height. Okay. Give it a shot. Good sleep last night. Comfortable, flat. I wasn't rolling around. I wasn't cold. Certainly wasn't cold, even though the temperature dropped to about 3, 4. But the Zenbivy bed, it's so worth it. And I know it's a -12 rated bed, and I'm never going to sleep in that sort of temperature. I don't think I'd want to either. But I've slept in it 3 or 4 times now, and it's been just below 0 once, and then quite warm last weekend, where I didn't have the sides zipped up, although I wish I had done it about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then the lower temperature last night down to about 3 or 4, and it's so warm, but not overbearingly so. It's comfortable. What are they? in this bowl where the reservoir used to be, there's obviously a bunch of sheep which you saw, but I think there's a whole bunch of ponies have just come in. Can't quite tell. Can't quite see them. Another thing that doesn't quite work very well. But they're definitely not sheep. They don't look like goats. I think it's little Shetland ponies. I did see some hoof prints. In one of the wet patches down there. Didn't think anything of it, thought it was just people just riding through, but obviously not. Definitely ponies. I just zoomed in with the camera with Samsung, so it's a much better. Got actual zoom on it. Didn't think we had wild ponies here. Something else I didn't know. Another group over on the top. Wow, there's loads. There's a whole line of nutters up there. Like ants from here. When I zoom in, I can tell each one of them's wearing a Bergen. And a few lambs screaming their heads off this morning for hours. Presumably they got lost, separated from the group, whatever. I'll make some noise. More people up on the edge. Jeez. There's got to be a couple of hours to walk up that on a good day. Which means they were starting out at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to walk up a massive hill. I mean, even if I was capable of doing that, there's no way I'm capable of consuming enough coffee to make me do it. Not that time in the morning. Oh well. Good luck to them. I have coffee. No rush. I'm going to pack down. And then I might go film some more of the dam wall. Not sure. Well, I'm walking out now. I hadn't intended to do any more filming today, but it's so beautiful here. I had to sort of show you. Unfortunately, I don't have the right clip to attach to the pack, which would mean I didn't have to hold the camera, but you know, these things happen. I've improvised something to the front of my bag, my camera bag that is, so I don't know how jumpy this is going to be, probably very. Just past that intersection, there's another spot down here. What a place, what a view. Now, it's a little bit more open to the pathway here. Looks like some concrete work there, I don't know what that was. But there's definitely some flat spots. That's the view from the top path above the old waterworks. Stunning. You can just see right in front on the right hand edge of that forest line, tree line, is the zigzag path going up to Penny Fen. I can see some coming down, some going up. Good luck, Phil. Looking down from the top path again, you can see where the trees are all over, just to the left there. Again, 2 or 3 big flat shelves, if you can get to them. They are fenced off, but it's just a fence, right? I'm not sure if there's a right of way. And obviously the stream, river, whatever, runs through the bottom of the gorge there, and this way into the forest. Yeah, made it back to the car. Took me about 40 minutes, including some time to filming. It's a nice gentle slope back, which means it's also a gentle slope when you go there, but still, it's good. I'm going to take on some water and then head home. Catch you next time.